Hi Pisces, welcome to the most important month of the year. Welcome to October 2023 Astrology Horoscope Forecast. This is the month of eclipses. Eclipses are a powerful time of change, of opportunities, endings, beginnings, a time to grow, evolve, and be brave. And this month we have eclipses that are there in Libra and in Taurus. There's a lot of Venusian energy because they're both ruled by Venus. And the annual solar eclipse in Libra is going to be encouraging us to keep everything harmonious, to maintain relationships. So the tug is going to be between me vis-a-vis we. How it is that we maintain our identity, our individuality, and how willing are we to merge our identity with that of another while without sort of blurring the boundaries. So the annual solar eclipse in Libra is happening on the October 14th, and it's a time to be focusing on self-empowerment, self-confidence, release of people-pleasing tendencies, acceptance of chaos as a catalyst, and raising your relationship standards. And Libra, it has a tendency to prioritize harmony, and everything needs to be looking nice and pretty, and let's not talk about ugly emotions. And this is the time where the eclipse is going to be asking you to let go of maybe if there are any people fillers in your life who are filling that void, and it's asking you to embrace that void. It's quite all right to be okay with the void, and rather than be with people or with friends who are not aligned with you. And then towards the end of the month, we have a lunar eclipse that is there in Taurus, and it is asking us, this eclipse is asking us to align with what we know and want in order to build a more solid and sustainable foundation for our lives. And it's a great time to be figuring out old debts, good time to be getting our finances in order, investing in the right kind of people, and ultimately use that desire for nice things for the betterment of everyone. Now, the eclipse energy is going to be there for the next 6 months. It's not going to be going away that easily. And we are all going to be experiencing some change, some shift. It could also affect the global world events, whether it is changing weather patterns, economic shifts, or sudden changes that are there. But it is also a month where a lot can be achieved as well. Let me break down the month for you. On the 5th, we have Mercury that is joining Libra, which is joining Sun and Mars in your house of joint finances, resources, sexuality, and intimacy. And this specific house is also about power struggle, but it speaks about your partner's closet. And this time of the year, it's going to be it could bring someone into your life with whom you are really attracted to, or you could feel really strongly for or even against. And it's also a time wherein that you need to be watching out that people sort of don't press your buttons and that you don't behave irrationally. And this is a time where you are literally going to get dragged into a debate, and which could bring out the more aggressive side of you, and especially if you have a fire sign, if you have a any of the fire planets in your sign Pisces, then you need to be more careful over there. And in short, the people around you quite infuriate you during this transit of the Mercury and Sun and Mars in this house. It is also that at work, some stuff could get dug out regarding you. So try and not get into an argument. And for Pisces, that's quite unlike you, especially if you have a sun, moon, and rising in Pisces, then you would be the kind who would be running away from trouble. But try and stay out of trouble. On the 9th, we have Venus in Virgo that is moving into your house of marriage, of partnerships, both business as well as personal. So fabulous time to be taking a trip, doing a long distance travel, A good time to be getting new clients, focusing on your career. Fabulous time to be doing any kind of a collaboration, doing a joint investment. Also, it's a good time to be making, if you have been thinking of writing a book, whether you want to collaborate with somebody, you want to write a piece of music with somebody, you will be at your creative best when you are with a partner during this time, Pisces. On the 13th, we have Mars that moves into your house of career and accomplishments and accolades. So they can be that you are under the spotlight, that you are either sort of leading a team. It can also be that you are being forced to sort of be more vocal, or you are having to speak up more as far as work is concerned. And also, this is a time that it's a time of accolades, it's a time of recognition, it's a time of shining at your work, and you would be looked upon as some kind of an expert. However, we have Mars over there, and Mars is quite restless, so it can make you a little rash. So be a little careful about certain work decisions that you take, and especially try and not sort of get into a power struggle with an authority figure. And then we have the biggie. We have a solar eclipse on the 14th. That is there in your house of joint finances and resources. And this speaks about your secrets, your legacies, joint assets, other people's resources, intuition, sexual desire, truth-seeking, investigation, change, alimony, and what you gain as a result of other people. So the new moon over here is going to be highlighting things that we accumulate as a result of the people who are closest to us. And the stuff can literally be material, or it can be more psychological from the experiences that we gain from them. And as such, this is a beginning of a new experience being called in conjunction with another. So the new moon over here, it's going to be opening a door to having access to something that you didn't earlier. And this is also because it deals with other people's stuff. It could be money, it could be trauma, it could be assets and family, and it can connect you things to like loans, inheritances, alimony, and connections simply through association. And also, because this is also a house of transformation, it can point towards a change or a new financial opportunity. It can also point to a change or unexpected event that takes place in the life of someone that you're connected to. Now, normally we do not have control over this house of joint finances, resources, and house of transformation. It's a very karmic house, and it's because it's a place where we become entwined with the other person's stuff, and as such, it can present themes around sudden changes, events that again has to do with the partner or the person that you're closest to. And also, since we don't have control over it, it's a place of vulnerability, it's a place of trust, intimacy, truth, secrets, fear, and even trauma. So the new moon in this house, it's a time to be planting seeds of change in our lives. It's a time where we can become aware of the baggage that we are carrying as a result of other people. However, it's a fabulous time to be getting some psychic reading, going for a tarot reading, or go and see a therapist, or even a tax accountant. You will also have a lot of success in hiring, if you want to, that is, get some investigative work done over something that feels slightly off or slightly suspicious. But it's a time to be trusting your instincts and to be investigating if there is something that is bothering you. The experience and situations that get highlighted for you are that it could be a time to work through your fears. It's a time to be working through your childhood trauma. It's a time to be working through your failed relationships, failed marriages. And the things, because these are the things that could be creating blocks and barriers around intimacy. So seeing a sex therapist or a fertility doctor if you're trying to conceive, they're all things that can be planted right now. Now, this house also rules control and power, and how much do you give away, and how much do you keep for yourself, and do you give people what they deserve, or what you want to give. And when we give abundantly, it usually comes from a good place. But over time, if the energy exchange is not balanced, we can begin to feel as if that we are being taken advantage of. So it's a time to be reclaiming your power. It's a time to be stepping into the truth. The best way to be using this energy is to be asking yourself questions like, what changes can you make that would have a domino effect on your success, on your goals, and what steps can you take in order to make that happen. Also, it's a time wherein that you can use this energy to claim back what is rightfully yours, or give back something, or repay something that isn't yours. And it can this energy can bring about massive breakthroughs, in your life. And as such, it's a time again to be scheduling a therapy session as well. On the 23rd, we have Sun and Mercury that moves into your house of long distance travel. This is the house of expanding your mind and deepening your spirituality. So, a lot of conversations. Maybe you could be getting together with people, you could be discussing different philosophies of life. And end of the month, we have another biggie. We have a lunar eclipse that is there in your house of communication, and it is joining Jupiter and Uranus over there. Now, Uranus has been in this house for the last couple of years, and it is going to carry on being there, I think, for the next 7 or 8 years. And Uranus is the wild boy of astrology. He's unpredictable, chaotic, disruptive, and brings about sudden changes. But it is also extremely revolutionary. It is something that can make us really think very differently. So this house where this is aspecting, there's a full moon over here. That means it's, something is coming to an end. This house speaks about our social media. It speaks about our friends, our local environment, our skills, our desires, motivations, all form of communications and daily interactions. Now, normally I see this, the way that it plays out with the full moon is that there is some change in your local environment. Something is completed, something has got improved, and it could manifest also at times as renovations, as, or maybe you are changing your place of coffee, which you used to visit frequently, or a favorite store that you used to go. And sometimes it can even come as a change, wherein that you're moving from your regular local park, and you're moving on to another place to work. And it can also be in certain cases that a favorite place shuts down during this time. But primarily, this is a house of communication. It's social media, it's the internet, it's your friends, your workmates. So this full moon, it is alerting you to things that may have been kept hush-hush. So this is a time where you may find out that you or your social group overshare information. I can hear peacocks. I wonder if you can. It's beautiful. And this is also a time wherein that you could find out something about a neighbor, or you may get a new neighbor, or you may get a new workmate, or a friend. The best way to use this full moon energy is to improve upon your skill set in some way. What have you always wanted to learn, and what steps can you take now in order to make that happen? Also, you can begin researching new areas to move into if you've been wanting to relocate. If you want to manifest a new friend, you could join a group or connect with like-minded souls, and you could set your intention for this with a lot of success. And again, a quick reminder that eclipses last for 6 months, so this is not going anywhere quickly. It is going to carry on unfolding for the next 6 months. So it's a time, if you want to launch a campaign, if you want to start a blog, if you want to share something, this is a perfectly good time to be doing so. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, Pisces. I'll see you again soon, and thank you so much for